It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And we'll get a look here at Trey Lance. Solid performance a week ago, throwing for 3 touchdowns. It's the 49ers and the Panthers, and it's coming up next.
Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the San Francisco 49ers and the Carolina Panthers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And last week they put together a 3-touchdown victory and were never challenged in that game. Let's see if they have a little bit of a letdown here.
Strap in. This will be a good one. 2 one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports.
Dwayne Eskridge elects to bring it out.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Their opening drive.
Now they're led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2018, Baker Mayfield.
And he's a guy who plays with a lot of emotion. He's learned how to channel it really positively because when he throws the football downfield and makes a big play, he'll be the first guy downfield to celebrate with you. But also when his team needs that confidence, when they need that jolt, they turn to him, and he's ready to provide it.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 20 carry, trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Brandon, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
Now here is Trey Lance leading this 49er offense onto the field. Some very big expectations for the second-year signal caller.
San Francisco opted not to throw Trey Lance into the fire right away, bringing him along slowly last season. He still drew 2 starts, though, and showed flashes of his huge dual-threat potential in both. Almost 100 yards on the ground in a tough one against Arizona, and 280 total yards in a win over Houston. No bringing.
Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown.
Well, not exactly the way that they drew it up, partner, but certainly not going to complain because the end result, touchdown.
A great outcome for the offensive side, but a crushing play defensively. You make a quick stop, force a fumble, only to see them take the fumble all the way in for 6 points. Now the challenge becomes not getting down and going out and continuing to make plays and hoping the ball bounces your way the next time.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive.
And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted.
And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Now Lance.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
So roughing the passer call is accepted, and this officiating crew not making very many friends here with this crowd.
Yeah, we all know that everyone accuses the officials of kind of playing to the home team, but not in this case. They're just trying to administer.
Touchdown! Deebo Samuel. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. CD, look at this clock and scoreboard. We're less than a minute into this game, and they've already made 2 trips to the end zone.
So that means that someone's confidence is absolutely soaring right now. There's almost no slowing them down. On the flip side, now you've got to get together. You've got to talk to each other. Make sure you stay tight, stay focused as a team. Yeah, it's a quick blitz, but you can get back in this game if you don't let it get away.
Esker's going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. And he's been throwing the ball up for grabs here early on. 2 passes, 2 interceptions. He'll try and rein things in a bit here as he starts again on 1st down. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. They'll run with McCaffrey. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Mayfield gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Here's McCaffrey. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. And the Niners are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
Kyle Long back from retirement, the guilty party on that one. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. The Lance going to throw. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
But one of the things we talked about coming into this was we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of a game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and 1st downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Lance. And his throw is incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. They'll run with Mitchell. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he is going to lose yardage here. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and goal. Throwing now is Lance. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And the Panthers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Absolutely a golden opportunity missed there to add to their lead and really cap off an impressive drive because they've got the advantage and plenty of time to add to it. But on the flip side, plenty of time for an opposing comeback as well. So when you have the chance to distance yourself now just so early, partner, you know you don't want to let it slip away.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 57 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Down to about the 37. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing, Mayfield. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. 2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down. But the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up the 4th down.
So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now in this ball game, and they got the victory last week against the Rams, so some good momentum as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 36. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's doing his thing. He's got some good yards. In the 2nd quarter, 0 points.
Just not a complete formula. Half of it's there, being able to run the ball and set the tone. What if they may have to go to some play action, throw off the run game, and try and get the ball in the end zone?
I was just going to ask you that same thing. Maybe you use that run now to set up the pass, right?
I would think so, because the run has been very effective for them.
McCaffrey running up the middle. Room here to run. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. To throw, Mayfield. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. 3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. This is McCaffrey, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 3rd and short yardage. Mayfield over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the 1st half.
Second and goal from the 1. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Giovanni Ricci in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that'll make our score 14-7. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room.
Ready?
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. From there, let's get over to Arizona to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And they currently trail the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Allen Robinson, a touchdown reception. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Tom Brady leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. We continue on with a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Niners. And even though they've got the lead, they're likely going over ways they can improve the running game, as they didn't find a whole lot of success in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they had a little bit more success on the ground than their opponents did, and that should set them up well for the second half to come. Each team making their final preparations for this second half. We're about ready, too, as we'll send you back up to Charlotte and rejoin Brandon and Charles at Bank of America Stadium.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. Coming up in prime time here in Week 5, a couple of division rivalries on the docket, beginning tonight in the AFC North with the Bengals and Ravens from Baltimore at 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, Raiders and Chiefs from Arrowhead in the AFC West. They'll start by running the option to the right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as...
Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Now a run with McCaffrey. And some space here. The 20. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. Well, I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. And that's dropped underneath, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Hey,
on the ground, McCaffrey. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move him off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
After the pickup of 5, here's they stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 153 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
On the ground, McCaffrey. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Now they'll run the jet sweep.
On the play there, they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina.
Christian McCaffrey, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Panthers have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. That time a 9-play drive, and the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field.
Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
A handoff from Mitchell running left.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't they? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the fourth and final quarter. To throw, it's Lance. And the grab by Croft. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up fourth down. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
On third down, Mayfield. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
We saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down. Well, that was big. Needed a few yards to pick up the first. Slim lead here in the fourth quarter, and they turn to the big fella, the fullback, to get it done.
And you know, as my partner, you know I'm old school, right? You know I love those mastodons that carried the ball way back in the day that were a key part of the offense. And now, when they need them, when they need those key yards, those tough grind-them-out yards, the fullback's going to get the ball.
It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. McCaffrey. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. Here's McCaffrey, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Mayfield. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 4th down. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Down to one knee goes Mayfield, and that's all she wrote. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you said baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time, and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that, and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for Carolina, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons.